Already ranked in the top 25, the other sitting just on the cusp and trying to prove a point in this one. Welcome, everyone, to the Woodshed, East Lansing, Michigan. Spartan Stadium on the banks of the Red Cedar and home to Michigan State. As we'll see, the winners of 3 straight, the Ohio State Buckeyes, taking on one of the top 5 teams in the conference, the Michigan State Spartans. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. Get us underway with the opening kickoff. On the run from inside his own 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. The Buckeyes offense makes its way onto the field to open this game. As we take a quick look at the impact players for today's game, what players did you guys look to for motivation to make an impact during your playing days, Jesse?
Well, it was the guys we relied on each and every week. We came into the season expecting these types of guys to be our biggest weapons, and every week those were the guys that had to deliver for us in order to have success.
And it's just fun to have those guys that are consistent. Like, they lead by example, then they start to learn their voice and lead the team. But every week, guys that you can count on, they punch the clock, and they're hard workers.
This crowd going to try to make life miserable for these guys. They'll try the right side. Picks up the first down, still moving. Oh, he's got some space. He's at the 20. And he'll take it to the house. He got loose. Touchdown, Ohio State.
And these offensive coordinators tell you they want to start fast and they want to establish the run game. That is exactly what you did. First drive, you hand the football off, making the big explosive run, setting the tone for this football game.
Getting set for the extra point after putting the scoreboard to work for the first time. And the PAT makes it 7-0. Only took 2 plays to find the end zone on that drive, and gashing them on the touchdown run finished it off. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. He'll bring it back looking for help. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. So Michigan State's offense has the ball for the first time. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. Coming out aggressively. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. From the gun to give, looking for room. Slams into the pile, he'll get 1 to the 17. I wonder how much fun this is for him. The head coach trying to take down the old alma mater across the way.
Yeah, I think these are always mixed emotions and how you feel about this, playing your old squad. Like, it's something about it, I'm sure, that's nostalgic, and all the memories probably come flooding back. But there's also a competitive element, Palmer, that you want to beat this squad. Like, this is the next team in your way for you accomplishing your goals and dreams.
Yeah, he's probably experiencing the emotional spectrum coming into this game, but make no mistake about it, he has to separate himself from his past allegiances and understand he's the home team. He wants this crowd to get in this football game. You know, he just gave a rousing speech to his guys in the locker room before taking the field. He wants to win this game versus his alma mater.
Okay, here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with his 7-0 lead. And he's very fortunate to get it back to the line of scrimmage, greeted by a sea of defenders.
just nothing doing on that last run. And they knew coming into this one they were going to be challenged, right? This is one of the best defenses in all of college football. For them to have any shot, they're going to have to do a lot better running the football.
They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker.
Really good offenses are able to attack short. You've got to be able to attack the whole field to make you honor that underneath part, then the intermediate part, and then you take shots down the field. This will loosen up some shots for later in the game.
That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up fourth down. The Buckeyes will send out the punt unit. Getting our first look of the afternoon at the punter. Able to get the first one of the day away. They did have to send him out 3 times in that victory last week. Michigan State has the ball back, and here comes the offense. They went 3 and out on their first possession. Now to see if they can be more productive this time around. Motion from the wideout. That's caught. It's Leonard. Has plenty for the first down, and they stop him at the 28.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
Try to get the edge with a quick touch pass. He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one.
I like offenses being creative. I'm not sure if that was the best place to call that play. I think this offense needs to think about just doing things a little bit more by the book. They've got a lot of good playmakers. You don't have to reinvent the wheel this early in the game.
Looking down the middle. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact on the play, but no flags. It'll be third down.
This defensive coaching staff, they love their secondary, and they love the matchups they have. They believe they've got 5 guys at least back there that can cover one-on-one. You saw a great example of it there on third down.
He's got it on the left. They mark him out of bounds at the 42, and they're on the move.
Well, Reese, you and I were talking about this before the game. How is this defense going to be able to deal with all the speed they have offensively? You saw them just rip off a big play.
And, Jesse, now their head's spinning just a little bit. Give up a big chunk play, and it's right back at them. Grabbed over the middle. It's Leonard. Ripping off a good chunk inside the 25, and they're set up with a first down. And the Spartans come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Fires to the wideout. Makes the catch. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Spartans.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
Setting up for the extra point and the top. They add the extra point to finish the drive. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. They're set to kick it off. You think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, that they get him on the ground at the 20. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. Last time they had it, didn't pick up a first down. Let's see if they can put something together here. They go to the ground. Stopped at the 25 after a 5-yard gain.
Man, it's nice when you can depend on your big boys up front to make a lane, and you get 5 or 6 yards. You get 5 or 6 yards a pop. You move the ball down the field easily, and more importantly, can get this defense to be more aggressive, to bring DBs close to the line of scrimmage, and then that might open up some big plays down the field.
Nothing doing downfield. He'll cut his losses and throw it away. It'll be third down.
Know the situation, know the game of football, right? When I start to get outside the pocket, I don't see anything there. I can throw the ball away. I don't have to take a sack, get a lost yardage play. I can just throw the ball out of bounds as long as it passes the line of scrimmage. We go on to the next down. No harm, no foul.
Quick strike complete. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line. Really want to try to pick up at least half of the yardage needed on 1st and 10. fires to the big fella. And that corner came in hot despite knowing that he was giving up some size.
And watch the offensive line here. They all block run. Because they're blocking run, the quarterback decides, oh, I got a favorable matchup. He dumps it out to the right, makes the right read, gets a nice positive gain.
The give on the option. All down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down. The Buckeyes may be leaders in the modern game, but this has an old-school, vintage Buckeye feel to it when they move the ball on the ground.
And Ohio State's done it year after year, and it's player after player. But this university recruits at such an elite level. They find dudes, and it's easy to run the football when you've got some dudes.
He's out of bounds at the 38-yard line. And the Buckeyes with a second and short to keep this drive moving. Red pass, it's complete. Turning it on. Guided out of bounds at the 22. A good play for this offense as they are threatening to score. The Buckeyes pounded the rock to move the sticks, now back to work. Wants to throw on first down. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down.
I don't even know if the offense is aware that they have other eligible targets downfield. It feels like every single throw early in this game has gone this guy's way.
He never had a chance on the draw, tackled almost as soon as he got the ball.
You know when you're playing against a defense of this caliber, you're going to have some sort of bounce, right? You can't just drop back and throw it every single play. Nothing going on that last run. They're going to have to find another way to get it going, handing the ball.
Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. Rush coming in hot, and they got him at the 29. And they'll have to settle for a field goal try. This whole place going to see if this kicker can operate in a sea of noise. It's good. He hit that one right down the middle. And guys, after the field goal, now they have the lead.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
They'll kick it away after putting up a field goal on that last drive. Looks as if the returner will try and field this one. Not a whole lot of room to operate on that return as the coverage unit was there and ready. The Spartans have it back on offense, hoping to place ball. We've had some early scores. They get the ball back, trailing by a field goal, 10-7. Good news, I guess. A lot of room to work with as they start this drive from their own 15. They'll run it from the gun. Got enough for the first. They'll move the chains after he gets it to the 43-yard line.
What a run, man. I tell you what, it's hard to pop runs. It's hard to get 3, 4, 5, 6 yards a lot of times. But when you got backs like this who can make huge plays with the speed, getting out in the open field, can take it the distance on every play, defenses are scared out of their minds.
Continuing to turn and move it forward, and they're closing in on midfield. It's down at the 48. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Now the play fake. Fires to the tight end. He's close to the first down, but they're going to mark him just a little short. Big fella showing some ability. Got away from one tackle. Defense lucky they had a few more there to help.
Yeah, he's not a big stiff. He's not a blocking tight end. This guy can do some work out in the open field as well, and he showed you his athleticism. Well, and he gets stuffed on that QB sneak. He's just not doing a really good job of reading the crease and finding a little space to kind of tuck into and drive his feet. He's just running himself into a wall, Dave.
Well, and how about the big boys up front? Make a crease. Push somebody back. Create some space. There was nowhere to go.
The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. These teams putting up some early points, and now they have it back up 10-7. Opening play of this drive comes from the 13-yard line. From the gun, they'll try the middle. And makes the tackle at the 23 after he got 10.
You know, good running backs are the ones that can make things happen in small spaces. That running back there found his lane, he found his crease, and there was no hesitation. He got north right away and was able to make a big-time play.
Got a man, it's Morris. He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line. And you know the line they kick around at Ohio State, Woody Hayes, forward pass, 2 of the 3 things that can happen are bad. Woody had dudes like this, he'd be spinning that magic bean all over this place.
You ain't lying. My, how times have changed. Now it is pass, pass, pass. Find explosive playmakers like this on the outside. Get them the football.
Offense gets set for 2nd down. Handoff from the gun. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete and 4th down's coming. The Buckeyes decide to punt it away. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Fair catch is made at the 15-yard line, and that's where they'll start this drive. While we're only through 1, these quarterbacks have been lighting up their stat line. They flipped into the field, and we're ready to play. So 1st down here as they go back to work. Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. Finds space on the right. Building momentum, picking up a chunk of yardage, moving the chains out to the 34. Passing game kept the drive moving. Here's 1st down. They'll give it to the back. They'll pick up 4, 2nd and 6 coming.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
After the productive 1st down play, it's 2nd and 6. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. The give to the back. Showing off the arms. And he moved it slightly forward. Defense played it well. The Spartans are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. They'll send the back in motion. They're going to go to the air on 3rd and short. Using the quick game. Breaks into the open. And he'll pick up the first down, but he got drilled on that tackle. They built this offense around finding mismatches and just get the ball to the back and let him do his thing.
Yeah, it didn't have to be long down the field. Like it threw it right near the line of scrimmage, but you know I got a guy, when he gets in space, he can make big plays happen. Nice decision by the QB.
The draw draws nothing except a swarm of tacklers. He's stopped immediately. But you have to find a way to create some hesitation on defense when you're selling the draw play, and they just didn't do it well enough there.
Yeah, it's got to be the offensive line and the quarterback and the running back. They all have to work together to show pass set up front, act like it's a throw for the quarterback, not rush it. The defense clearly not fooled. Got in the backfield, got the tackle for a loss.
It'll be 3rd and long. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. Under fire. Didn't have anything working and just had to throw it away on 3rd down. And it looks as if they're going to try a field goal. And he's going to have to get into this football. This is a 53-yard attempt. Right down the boulevard. It's good. With that field goal, guys, we're all tied up in the early going. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Fellas, week to week, you just never know, which is why we're here with an update. Wake Forest is currently trailing in this one, but it feels like the tide may be turning. This program has picked itself up before, and it's capable of it again today. It's a touchdown game. They're trailing by 7 to Charlotte. We promise to keep you posted on what goes down in this exciting college football matchup.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. To the air on 1st down. Just a short pass to the tight end. They'll mark him out of bounds at about the 29-yard line. And the Buckeyes have a lot of options on 2nd and inches. Give to the back. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down. The Buckeyes, really the entire state, they pride themselves on toughness. Establishing the ability to run the ball when they want to has always been important here.
Part of that.
There he goes. They'll get the first down. It's spotted on the 49.
Well, right away after picking up the first down, they go right back to their playmaker at running back. And I love the push they got up front, getting a hat on a hat, opening a huge hole for the back.
And you become so hard to defend when you can run the football successfully on the first down. You're starting like that. Now what opens up? Play action. Now you're making me play pass and run. This offense, if they can create that run physicality, now it opens up everything else.
Looking for room. It's Wolf. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line?
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not opening up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Here comes the heat. And the quarterback is sacked. There are penalty flags down, but this might be doubly bad for the offense. I think the penalty might be on them. This defense happy with how that last play turned out, so they'll decline the penalty. The Buckeyes will call on their punt team. Let's see if he can help the coverage team out with this one. Fair catch is made at the 15-yard line, and that's where they'll start this drive. The give from the gun. Finds some space, enough to get 5 to the 22.
Really nice first down run. And you're seeing why this running back is an every down type back. He can run between the tackles. He can run outside. He can catch the football. He can block. This guy can do it all.
Gives it on the option. And And the Spartans come to the line on third down, trying to keep this drive alive. They'll try to move the chains on the ground. That just never had a chance as they controlled the middle of the field and stopped him in the backfield on third down. The Spartans will try to pin them back with the punt. Nestles it in at the 35. He's got great speed. He's brought down, but a really solid effort to pick up every bit of yardage he could on the punt return. Okay, here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. That last drive fizzled out, Jesse. They had to punt it.
Yeah, they did. And David, they're just going to have to do a better job this time around erasing the mental mistake.
Going for the big play. What a catch along the right sideline as he makes a huge play.
And that is such an accurate throw. It's one thing to do it from the pocket when you have your feet set underneath you, but when you can get outside, off schedule, on the move, and throw a dart like that, that is just big time, and the offense gets a huge explosive play.
It seems so inviting to try to get the ball outside, but this defense is so fast you just end up running sideways.
And when you don't have any misdirection or something else to look at before you pitch that ball in the perimeter, a lot of times those guys can play even faster. They can see it right now. Those safeties fly up, those corners fly up, outside backers fly up, and get in play immediately.
They'll spot the ball at the 12 after that completion.
Well, a nice gainer on that running back screen. How about the offensive line getting downfield and getting blocks to really help out the back, find some space to go to work?
On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. He's got it. Couldn't quite nudge it in. Not sure you could get much closer, but it'll be first and goal. The Buckeyes look to keep this drive humming. Trying to pound it in. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Buckeyes!
Wow, this offense, they have a lot of faith in this running back, knowing if they get down into this area of the field, he can get it done and he can answer the bell. 2 rushing touchdowns already for this offense.
And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And they finish it off with a short plunge into the end zone. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Michigan State has the ball back, and here comes the offense. They didn't get much done the last time they had it, and to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. Touch pass on the line. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Down to 2 minutes to play in the half. The referee's signal for the 2-minute timeout. So now it's second and long. Looking to fire. Got the big tight end on the corner route. They've got him down at the 40 after he ripped off 15 yards. Looking downfield on first down. It's caught downfield. He got loose, almost housed it, finally dragged down at the 32.
Man, this offense is so dangerous, Reese. They've got dudes all over the field that can make plays. There's a big gainer in the pass game.
You get a chunk of yards like that, and now the defense is really on its heels. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. Really nice job there by both guys, the throw and the catch, to work that defense and get the first down. And the Spartans come to the line with a new set of downs. They're threatening to score, and they'll throw it. And here comes the heat, and they get home, and they get him at the 21. We've got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. The Spartans trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Second down, they'll go to the air. Fires to the big fella. And an absolutely fearless tackle, giving up size, still got him on the turf. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. Here they come, facing 3rd and long from the 20. He's looking downfield to throw. Unloads to the right. He's got it! So close to that end zone, he could almost taste it, but it'll be 1st and goal for this offense. There's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. And now a chance to pull even. 1st and goal as we get late in the first half. They'll try to pound their way in. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
There is nowhere to run and nowhere to hide on these situations. You know the physical ground game comes into play inside the 5-yard line, and they match the intensity. Nice job. Everybody flying around to the football and making the tackle for a loss. Nice job by this defense.
Crisp execution in the passing game, and they've got it down to the 3. Timeout is called, and it's the defense wanting to make sure that everyone's on the same page for this big down.
Well, short completion setting up 3rd down now. Who is your best playmaker that you can target in this area of the field?
You can't afford to squander these opportunities once you get into the red zone. Twice they've been denied. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Smarty!
Well, that was a huge touchdown late here in the first half for their confidence offensively. They want to be able to keep this thing close, obviously, or take the lead going into the second half. So if they kick the extra point here, you tie it up. But you've also got the option here to be aggressive and try and take the lead with a 2-point conversion. We'll see what they do.
And he takes this from inside the 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. This late in the half, here's the question. How aggressive will the play calling be? Wants to go up top on 1st down. Catch in the middle. It's Wolf. That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a 1st down at the 37. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. He'll pull it down and run. And the defense makes the tackle, and that ought to do it here in the first half. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
All right, guys, looks like we've got a fascinating one going on in East Lansing. And talk about a good competitive game so far. Not saying this has been the best first half we've seen in the history of these two programs, but they've matched each other's intensity, and the result has been, well, a good competitive game so far. They don't call me the most creative man in broadcasting for nothing, you know. And with that, let's head back to the place they've been playing football for more than 100 years, Spartan Stadium.
Here he comes with the return. And the returner is stopped. The Spartans have it back on offense, hoping to play some good ball. First drive of the second half, always fun to watch. You see what type of tweaks were made at the half, especially when you're locked up in a ball game like this one.
Yeah, and it's been a good game. I mean, it's been a little bit of back and forth and a feeling out process. And now once you get in the second half, who's going to get aggressive, Palmer? Who's going to take some shots, try to make some plays, and really go for it?
Yeah, it's interesting. I think as play callers right now, you learn a lot about these coaching staffs with respect to who does make the best adjustments. There's a lot of coaches that believe we're just going to be who we are. We're going to keep doing what we do. We're just going to do it better. But then there are others that tweak things a little bit on offense and on defense. We're going to find out here.
They got nothing on the last play at 2nd and 10. Off the play fake. Quickly to the tight end. A solid pickup there, works it to the 38 before being pushed out of bounds. So an example of a tight end doing a little unheralded work to set up a much better third down situation.
And I like the QB here, Reese. I like the decision where I understand, let's get this football out, let's get some positive yards, and then get to third down, and we can still have a better situation now because we got rid of the football and took the yards away.
This tight end is such a weapon because he can line up all over the field. That time he starts in the slot, he's running the corner route against zone coverage, and he's just got athleticism and wiggle and the ability to separate.
Just too much of a rush, and down goes the quarterback just behind the midfield stripe at the 49. That type of pressure on the quarterback, that's vintage Ohio State, right in keeping with the legacy that's been established by the Buckeye D.
Yeah, and you take pride in that. You own that legacy with all those guys you see performing at a high level in the NFL. Man, you see that, you want to go get it, recruiting guys to fit those profiles. That's why Ohio State always has a good defensive line.
Well, you hear all the time that the tight end's the QB's best friend. You saw a perfect example of it on that last play, right? Second down, you need to pick up some positive yards to keep this third down manageable. Really nice job of executing that.
Offenses gain momentum with third down conversions like that. They've got it at the 25.
And listen, I know he just got rocked, but he held onto the football and got the first down. So when he can get up, when he has the strength to get back up, nothing to be worried about. Nice play, nice catch. Don't worry about that big stick. I got the first down. Signal that thing for me and celebrate.
Love the competitive nature by the defender on that play. That's just a 50-50 ball, and that defender swatted it away.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Wants to go up top. This time he's got it. You know, David, this is really what game managing is. Nice pickup on second down to help them on the next play.
Yeah, I think people look at that negative sometimes, finding a quarterback that's a game manager. No, use your brain. Set up good situations. I'm way more successful when I can keep those sticks.
He'll take a shot. Knocked away, incomplete, and quarters get tight in the red zone.
On that third down, they took a shot in the end zone, just couldn't connect. QB and receiver not on the same page, and now it's decision time if you're the head coach on fourth.
This is makeable field goal range here, but it looks as if they'll go for it on fourth down. On fourth down, they're taking to the air. Got out of trouble, got rid of it. Pucks it out of the air. That will be enough to move the chains and give them a first down in the red zone at the 14. They were easily within field goal range there, but they don't feel like you can win this game 3 points at a time.
No, pass. I mean, you got to be aggressive. You got to get touchdowns, man. You've seen the emphasis. Defenses are willing to give up yards now to make you kick field goals. I like this offense being aggressive. Forget the threes. We need sixes.
Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. They'll go back to the air on second down. Got his man quickly. They go up top to get it down to the 5-yard line as they try to pay off this drive. Boy, they'd love to pick up this conversion and go to work with a first and goal. They'll throw on third and short. Got it. He'll be stopped just short of the end zone, but they'll have it first and goal.
So nice when you're an offense and you get in these third and shorts and you know the defense has to be aggressive, has to commit guys up front, especially in the red zone area. Nice job by this offense, slipping in the pass, getting rid of the football, setting up the first and goal.
That's a fantastic play by the linebacker. He has such tremendous instincts. As soon as he sees run, he's coming downhill. He's got great speed. He gets you on the ground. That's why he's one of the best linebackers in the entire country.
And that's a great stop by this defense. Second down and goal, getting the lost yardage play, now putting your defense in a better position for third down.
Third and goal where you separate the wheat from the chaff. From the gun, wants to pass. And that defense gets to him, and down he goes at the 9. He is a menace rushing the passer. Career sack number 20.
I mean, some people just have a knack for getting to the quarterback. What a great job throughout his career. Getting there, getting him down, getting pressures. He has been a quarterback's worst nightmare.
I was just going to say, David, you don't sleep well as a quarterback the night before you have to play against this guy because he is going to sack you. That is a guarantee. Death, taxes, and sacks for that guy.
He'll start the return inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. The give to the back. How about that defense getting back there? He'll lose a couple.
Well, the offensive line had everybody blocked except the defensive end. He was able to sneak into the backfield and get the tackle for loss.
Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. Back to pass. Rush is on him. The sure hands. It's Wolf. He's really close to that first down marker, but they stop him just a bit short. That big pickup on what they call the drag route, but if you hit it on time, you can hit the turbo boosters.
And you've got to be accurate on the throw, too, Reese. Nice job by the QB there, putting it out in front of his receiver to make an easy catch and then advance it.
They'll try to drive ahead on 3rd and short. And from this angle, I don't think he got the first down. The defense won at the line of scrimmage.
And, man, it's nice to have a guy that is just better than your guys. And no matter what play you call, man, how about him getting in the backfield quick, penetrating, using his quickness, and using his strength to get him to the ground? That is a baller.
He moves the chains, and they'll mark the ball at the 33.
And I like this. I like aggressiveness, especially early in ball games. Set the tone. I'm going to go for it. I'm going to play 4-down football. Nowadays, it makes a lot of sense. You see it with analytics. Go for it, even if it's in your own territory.
Good pickup on the ground, and they'll mark him down at the 39.
And this option attack can lull you to sleep sometimes. I mean, just so many things they can do off of it, and you just got to play responsibility, and you got to get them on the ground and make tackles. And that was a good job limiting the damage on that play with a nice tackle.
Got him downfield. Good job running that route to get past the sticks because he got nothing after the catch.
When you run those routes, those curl routes just like that, those DBs are going to break when you go to throw the football. So you better put that thing on a line, and the QB did there. Put it on a line. Great job, great catch. First down.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Looking to fire. Catch in the middle, it's Wolf. Oh, it's a fumble. Picks up the ball and tries to make something of it. They bring him down, but not only does he recover the fumble, he gets the first down. And it looks as if they've buzzed down. Replay wants to have another peek at that last play. So after reviewing the undisputable video evidence, the replay booth has decided to overturn the... And the Buckeyes have it with a 1st and 10. Leaves it with the back. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The Buckeyes in a good spot here with 2nd and short. They'll leave it with him. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Sparty and nearly 75,000 of his closest friends pegging the decibel meter on third down. They are on the move as they pick up the first down. They'll spot it at the 28.
That is how it's done on third down and short. No doubt about it. An easy hole to get through and clearly get the first down.
If you really want to simplify football, the low man wins. That time the offense got the better of the D. Easily picked that up.
Looking to throw on first down. Got a man. It's Morris. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
And I love when my quarterback sees zone and knows exactly where to go with the football. Sees the wide receiver running the drag route, knows when to throw it, pulls the trigger for the easy completion.
As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. Power football with the run. Tough run gets it into the red zone, and they've knocked him down at the 17. Talk about spreading the ball around. Everyone getting a chance to show off the hands based on the number of targets we've seen. Here comes the fourth. Time to see who steps up, who makes the winning plays to take home that W. Start with the first down. Looking to pass inside the red zone. Got it in the middle. It's Wolf. That's about as close as you can get to that marker, and it will be second and just a few breaths away from the first down.
This defense is going to have to be careful. Not only do they have to worry about this guy running the football, but they've got to keep their eye on him when he runs routes, too. He is a versatile back.
The give to the tailback. Relentless, tough running gets it down to the 4.
It's great awareness by the running back, understanding where the first down marker is and doing whatever it takes to get it.
And a touchdown here would not only give them the lead, but in the fourth quarter, that ramps up the pressure. They'll try to get it in with the run. This time they stop him behind the line of scrimmage, and boy, that has been rare in this one.
And I'm not surprised they went to him again. He's already had 2 rushing touchdowns. He's had some success and been physical. But how about the defense? Ready for him? I guess they've learned their lesson, right? They've already given up 2. They weren't giving up a third.
Back to pass on second down. Unleashes to the end zone. Touchdown, Ohio State. And they've moved out front here in the fourth.
And some of these guys make it look so easy, but these are tight windows down here, man. There's not a lot of space in the field, and he drops back, knows exactly where he's going with the football, throws it in there, makes the play, and more importantly, now his team is in the lead in the fourth quarter.
The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. From a couple of yards deep, he'll bring it out. I imagine he's going to get an earful on the sideline after bringing it out of the end zone and being knocked down at the 11. He'll do it himself. And they picked up 9 on first down. It'll bring up second and short.
I suspect we can see that same exact play. They make it look really easy, running the option down the line of scrimmage, QB making good decisions and keeping them in good second down situations.
Going to take a shot on second and short. Grab near the marker. It's Godet. Dragged down at the 26 after a pickup of 5. They'll snap it from the 26 on first down. The RPO fired complete to the left. He still a bit short of the first down. And the Spartans can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. The play action fake. Throws to the wideout. Makes the grab along the sidelines, and they get enough for the first down. The Spartans are rolling down the field.
Nice job there by the receiver on the out route, not telegraphing where he's going. He can't be peeking to the outside, giving the defender an opportunity to break on the ball. He kept his eyes right down the field. DB had no idea where he was going, and that helped make that completion a whole lot easier.
And the Spartans now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Pocket breaking down. Caught over the middle. It's McNabb. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few.
When these wide receivers work the middle of the field, so much of this is feel. Understanding where the holes are in the zone, or understanding how to get leverage on a man. And these wide receivers are dangerous nowadays because they do it so fast and see that so quick and make those plays over the middle.
And the third down pass is knocked away by the D.
That's why it's so important for this defense to win first and second down. You set up third and longs like that, you can show your exotic looks, you can get the pass rush going, everybody on the back end expecting throw, and that's how you force incompletions and force fourth downs.
The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. And they've got a little bit of a cushion here, David. If they can add to it on this drive, it would be nice.
It definitely makes a little bit of a difference. Knowing I'm up by more than a field goal, obviously, Jesse, my mindset switches, and I know I can't make mistakes.
Yeah, and David, I don't think they have to reinvent the wheel on offense here. What they've been calling has been working. Just get back to doing what you're good at.
After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Wants to go up top. Safe completion on the screen. Oh, he's got some space. They'll make the stop, but not before they use the screen beautifully and pick up the first down.
And the offensive line and the quarterback has to do their job on screens. They got to sell. Pass down the field, pass down the field. Offensive line releases. Quarterback now snaps his eyes to the running back. The running back does the rest with the big boys out in front, creating a pass.
This offense absolutely humming as they come to the line again. Gets the back moving. Looking to throw on first down. Bringing the heat. And the ball comes out. What a disastrous play. Once that ball was loose, offense didn't have a chance. Defenders everywhere. It's a turnover.
Dude, you're in such a great position. You got the lead. Clock's winding down. I got to put some drives together. The last thing I can do is give the ball back to the other team. Horrible fumble.
And he's in for the touchdown, but hang on just a second. There is a flag on the field. Just a crushing mistake on the penalty. Wipes out the touchdown, and now they'll have to try to get it together and score again. From the gun, he'll try to throw. Fakes the grab, and the defense drags him down.
Wow, the quarterback knew he had to get that one to his receiver quickly on the in route. Did you see the velocity on that throw?
Going to swing it on 2nd down. Quarterback now on the run, still looking. He scrambled forward and got a few and turned that into a positive play.
And this is the hard part about being on defense and choosing whether to be conservative or bring the blitz. They bring the blitz, he sees it, and that's what he does really well. Sees it and immediately makes a decision, gets to some green grass, and gets a positive gain from it.
Deep shot for the end zone. Touchdown, Michigan State. They move on top here in the 4th.
That is complimentary football at its finest. The defense gets the turnover. The offense punctuates it, uses it to their advantage, takes the lead late in the football game. Now that defense that just gave you a good stop, they need another one for you.
And wait just a second. The official's going to take a second look at this one. Taking another look just to confirm everything. The officials on the field got it right. Play will stand. Needs this one to push the lead to a field goal. And the extra point puts them up by a field goal. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Guys, wanted to give you a quick update on a game happening in the Big Ten. Iowa has the lead right now. Feels like it's been that way since the great Hawkeye wave. But this has been a nip-and-tuck affair in Iowa City. They're up by just one over Washington. We'll let you know if anything else comes out of Big Ten country from this one. Back to you.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us.
Well, this guy's been an animal all game long. He's had tons of success running the football. The defense had to do something to stop him. Give the D-line and that front seven tons of credit for being really physical there, getting the TFL.
Second down, he'll throw it. And the Heat gets there. And they get him down at the 14-yard line. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On third and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. He's got it. They make the stop at the 26, and let's see if they bring out the punt team. Trailing by a possession, they need to keep the ball. They'll try to convert on fourth down. He'll go up top, maybe a deciding play here. Incomplete on fourth down, and man, did they need to keep that drive alive. Michigan State has the ball back, and here comes the offense. Guys, you want to be productive here and not go into a shell, but you've got to take care of the ball.
Yeah, and I think you say productive, Reese. Productive at this point in the game is running the clock and getting first down. So, Jesse, I can expect this defense to be aggressive, way up near the line of scrimmage, bringing a bunch of bodies, trying to stop the run.
And that's why it puts a lot of pressure on an offense, David, because you know if you do try to throw the football, it's probably man coverage. You're probably getting blitzed. It's going to be into a small...
Throws toward the end zone. And it's intercepted. A huge fourth quarter play for this defense.
Dude, talk about having to have it. We needed to force the turnover. We had to get the football back. They're in such a good position to run out the clock, try to win. No, sir. Our ball, first down.
A lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. Finds his tight end. And this one will be stopped for no gain. Quick tempo, no huddle offense. Second down, clock's running. Back to pass. Working that left side now. Brought down at the 31 after a pickup of 10 yards on that one. And they'll line up from the 31 on first down. Lost a throw on first down. Finds the tight end. Quick timeout call by the offense after the play, trying to preserve every minute.
And you see tight end matchups all over the field all the time. Now, it used to just be in the red zone. Now, you just find the big fellow, you put him in the slot, and try to give him the ball as much as possible because you know he can make big plays.
They'll go to work in the air on second down. Got the back over the middle. And they wrap him up, but not before he gets enough on the catch for the first down. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The Buckeyes with the 1st and 10. He wants to throw it again. He wants a big play here late. And it's caught inside the 25. Gets it all the way inside the 20-yard line to the 19 before being hauled down. Clock is still running, and they have to get everybody lined up. Now from inside the red zone. Get it out on the screen. Got enough space. And he gets out of bounds to stop the clock. They've got a first down. They're in plus territory, and they've got a chance to win the game. This upset bid has been brewing since the start of the game, seemingly, and they are in a world of hurt at this moment, guys.
Yeah, keep the pedal to the floor, right? Don't.
Touchdown, Buckeyes!
love this offense being able to run the football late in the game when it matters and punch it in for the touchdown and, more importantly, take the lead.
Lining up for the PAT. And the extra point is good, and every point counts. It's now a 4-point lead in the fourth. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. The Spartans have it back on offense, hoping to play some good ball. And they're going to have to fight this defense, and they're also up against it with time, Jesse.
Yeah, no doubt, Reese. And this quarterback now, he's going to have to show off his poise, David. They practice these late-game situations, but how's this guy going to respond?
And I got a little bit of time to work with you, so I'll watch the defense, and if they're going to drop back and play real conservative like they tend to do late in the game, let's get a few shots over the middle first before we have to take that deep shot.
Second down, they'll go to the air. Grabbed in the middle, it's McNabb. He almost picked up the first down on that one, but he'll be just a little bit short. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Got to get everybody lined up quickly, time winding away, and they've got to push the ball down the field. Got his man to the left. The offense uses a timeout to stop the clock, and they'll get a quick breather.
And they've trusted their QB to throw the football. And he's going to have to make plays. He's made plays throughout the day. This is now when you come up clutch in a big moment when your team needs it. If that's any indication, I like what I'm seeing.
Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. No time to waste here. They've got to get set and pick up chunk yardage. Back to throw, and he needs to make a play. And he can't get it off. Taken down. What a huge play this late in the game. On 3rd and long, doesn't need to take the check down. With the catch, it's Leonard. He is denied. Cannot get to the first down marker, and it's 4th down coming. Got to find a completion on this one. Oh, they're after him. And down he goes. Had a chance to pull one out of the fire, and the defense slammed the brakes on it, and that's going to do it. With yet another unranked team taking down a ranked opponent, does the portal help level this out a little bit where it's really difficult to know which team should be ranked in the first place?
I think the portal certainly helps. At the end of the day, though, they just wanted it more today, and that win is going to help recruiting. It's going to help their confidence moving forward. I know this, David. Every team on the rest of their schedule, they're now taking account and notice of this team. And
I completely agree. Like, you start to build momentum, and then momentum helps you find more guys in the portal and helps high school recruiting. So, big ranked win today. And, hey, who knows? Maybe this gets them in the rankings in the near future.
Thanks so much for spending some time with us for